So what I'm going to talk about this week is standpoint theory and how I see it in my everyday life. And I find this theory really interesting because it does explain a lot of people's positions on different things and ideas within their life, and especially political values. I find that a lot of people that are wealthy have different political values than people that are middle class or poor. And this standpoint theory explains pretty much most of those thought processes. And the way I look at it is, somebody that's poor is going to look at, lowering the taxes for the poor as a good thing. And obviously, rich people might be upset because they think that poor people should support themselves more, but then on the other hand, you have rich people that want their taxes lowered um, because they feel that they're taxed too much because they earn too much money, which, I mean, I guess that's not a good example. But, I mean, just the viewpoints of the way things should happen, what rights people have, what programs should be put in place to help people that are less fortunate, as opposed to somebody that's had everything their whole life and are unwilling to accept that people need help and that the government shouldn't help them. Um, Another example would be growing up in a poor family, and then you see somebody that has that's younger, that has nice things, you would automatically think that everything had been handed to them, and a lot of times you'd feel jealousy towards that person. Or the opposite could be true also. If you know maybe you didn't get handed whatever you have, you worked hard, or you were put in a position where you had the opportunity to make good money, you took advantage of it, and then you look at somebody that's poor that doesn't have anything, you just think that they didn't take the opportunities to do that, they're not smart enough. And I mean, a lot of that relates to how people go about their lives and how they act, and where they want to go based on where they grew up. And other places might be scary to them, or trying new things might be scary to them. And I mean, you just see it all the time when somebody that isn't from the area you live, it might be different, or different country or something of that nature. They're so nervous and scared based on what they've seen, maybe through television or media, or what they've heard, which may or may not be true, but they always have these predisposed thoughts of what is going to happen, is what makes up the social network that they are traversing through. So, I mean, you do see it all the time, and it does make a big difference in the way people act throughout their lives, days, years. Sometimes you even see people that are older that have never ventured outside their comfort zone, and they still have these thoughts or prejudices just based on where they view the position they were in and how they viewed the world, as opposed to somebody at the complete opposite position that views it completely differently.